So the first one is that the currency should be scarce. This means that it's not infinite, all right? It means that it should end at one point. Because if everything was unlimited, then it wouldn't have value. People wouldn't work for it because it's unlimited. So everybody can have a little bit of it. Okay? So if we take for example, let's take gold, let's take fiat currency like US dollars, Korean won, whatever you want, and Bitcoin. All right? And let's compare them. So for example, Bitcoin. Does it finish? Yes. Bitcoin finishes at 21 million, I think. 21 million Bitcoins. 21 million. Yeah, it finishes at 21 million Bitcoins. It means that after this, there won't be any more Bitcoins. That's it, done. What about gold? Well, you have to mine the gold on the earth, right? And eventually, just like oil, I mean, there's a lot, but anyways, eventually we will run out of it. Now, what about fiat currency, about US dollar or something like that? Well, the fiat currency is different because the government is able, in the case of the US, to print money. This means that it doesn't end, they just can print more. And what this does is that it creates inflation. And inflation means that there's more money outside, it means money is worth less. So, yeah, that will be so for scarcity. So, in this case, you will say Bitcoin is a very good currency because it finishes and nobody can print more. Okay, that's it. There is no more Bitcoin available, only 21 million. Now, there is another one called fungibility. And this means that the symbols of the currency are interchangeable, right? This means that if you have a Korean won in your pocket and I have a Korean won in my pocket and I give you my Korean won and you give me your Korean won, at the end of the day, we're going to end up with the same amount of wons, one, okay? Or a bill of 1 Korean won and a bill of 1 Korean won in your pocket and in my pocket should mean the same. It shouldn't have more value because the bill is younger or older. It should be the same. So that is fungibility. All right. And again, a Bitcoin is a Bitcoin. So if you have a Bitcoin and I have a Bitcoin and we exchange Bitcoins, we're going to end up with one Bitcoin. Gold, the same thing. If you have a pack of gold and I have a pack of gold, if they weigh the same, if we exchange them, we're good. So in all those cases, fungibility, it's all right. What about divisibility? This means that maybe I don't want to pay you with $1. Maybe you need half a dollar. So in this case, the dollar is a good example because you can divide it in cents. All right. So that would be, for example, divisibility. What about Bitcoin? You can also divide it, and there is a lot of zeros. So yeah, you can divide Bitcoin. What about gold? Well, gold is not. It is divisible, but it's not so easy to divide. I mean, you have to have some stuff to cut it, and yeah, it's not handy to divide, right? But the three of them, they check that one. It should be durable. This means also that if I can store my gold on my room, it shouldn't go bad. It shouldn't expire. All right. I should be able to store it on my room, come back a year later, and if nobody robbed my house, I should be able to have the same amount of gold. It shouldn't expire or it shouldn't go bad. This happens with Bitcoin. In theory, it will happen with paper. The problem is that because we use it that much, the paper goes wrong and they break. But it still happens with paper. And so we have gold. Yeah, it works. Fiat works and Bitcoin works. And transferability. Transferability just means that it should be easy to be transferred from me to you. Okay? In this case, fiat currencies such as the US dollar and Bitcoin, they complete that one very good because I can transfer you US dollar, I just give it to you and I'm good, or I just transfer you the Bitcoin and only with internet I can do it. Now, if we were exchanging gold, I will have to carry this gold and it will be very expensive and annoying to carry gold everywhere I go because it's heavy and then it wouldn't be handy for me. So these are the properties of a currency, and this is how Bitcoin fulfill these properties. Okay, now this is on theory, right? This is on theory. There is one that we don't talk about, and it's stability. Stability means that the currency shouldn't just flip out on the value like up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So in theory, this is what Bitcoin was. But now that we have people trading and speculating on Bitcoin, the Bitcoin exchanges and everything, Bitcoin is going up and down, up and down, up and down. So for example, Bitcoin right now is not a good currency as a currency. Bitcoin is not good as a currency because of the stability and how much speculation is going on. That makes Bitcoin more expensive and more cheap in a matter of hours. Okay, but again, this is all the theory and what Bitcoin was supposed to be and what Bitcoin does. And now, if we come to the present and do we see what's happening, well, Bitcoin is not such a good currency, but still, it works. Kinda, it works. And yep. So this is it.